Man, it is good to be back to recording some more videos. It's been a little while since I've last posted, a little bit over a month. But if you guys have been keeping up with my community tab, you would have known I gotten sick over Thanksgiving break. And then I felt better, and then I got sick again. So there wasn't really a whole lot of stuff I could do while I was sick. I'm still a little bit sick, you might be able to hear my voice, I'm not sure if you can. But I am back to being able to record. And as you can tell from the title, we're scaling Godzilla from the Rage Across Time comic book series. If you guys have seen my poll, I put up a poll a couple weeks ago asking where you guys thought he scaled. And the most common answers were mountain and I think it was low multiverse. Today I aim to answer the question of just how strong Godzilla from Rage Across Time truly is. So with that being said, I don't want to take up too much time in this intro, so let's get straight into it. Now I do want to say, this video will not be all that long, since he doesn't really have a whole lot of stuff. His comics are decently short and don't have a whole bunch of statements, but let's see what we can make do with. So for starters, the most well-known thing that gets him to mountain is that he's capable of fighting and killing a beast called Spirit Orochi. And Spirit Orochi, upon awakening, was capable of destroying a mountain. And then after he kills Spirit Orochi, he's capable of 1v2ing Gigan and Megalon after their relic was destroyed. Then after he killed them, his power was stated that it can't be controlled and that it was compared to that of a typhoon. Then in issue 2, Godzilla is capable of fighting against Poseidon and beating him, which led to Godzilla flooding the ancient city. Then Godzilla one-shot Ares. Then he killed and beat the Hydra that was summoned by Zeus, while also destroying Mount Olympus, which should just add on to more of the mountain level scaling. And then Godzilla was capable of taking an attack from Zeus before dying to Zeus when he used all of his power. After it was revealed at the end of the comic, Godzilla came back to life, caused the Mount Vesuvius eruption, and then killed Zeus, all by waking up. So I'd say that's at least some bare minimum mountain level stuff. Then in the next issue, the only good statement I found was that Godzilla was stated to shake the earth with each step it takes. Now, you could say this is a hyperbole, and if you do, I wouldn't blame you. However, if you choose to take this more literally, you could get anywhere from small country to multi-continental range of power. Then, once again, you have Godzilla being shown to blow up mountains. So mountain level is looking pretty consistent here, with small country and multi-continental ranges being the highest you would take for shaking the earth. Then, in the final issue, we see that Godzilla can fight against people like Rodan, Ebirah, Kumonga, Varan, Ghidorah, and all the other kaijus that are on Earth all at the same time. Then Kaiser Ghidorah came to Earth, who could rain down meteors, and Godzilla could destroy them. Now, the only sad part about this is that these meteors don't really have any calculations getting them anywhere. So, there's not a whole lot you can do with that. After this, Godzilla is capable of tackling Monster X, but after being distracted, he gets tossed into the lava, proceeds to burst out of it, and then kill everyone, including Monster X. But that's kind of everything we have for Godzilla and Rage Across Time. There's not a whole lot of stuff he does, there's not a whole lot of universal busting statements or anything. But there is one major thing I want to go over. Back then, whenever you would discuss Rage Across Time scaling with someone, they would usually talk about the Greek gods. And why would they talk about the Greek gods? Well, the Greek gods are actually pretty powerful in their own right. Except the only problem here is that we never had any actual confirmation that these were the exact Greek gods from the comics and the mythology. However, as of recent, it's been confirmed that the people who worked on Rage Across Time actually researched a whole lot about the Greek mythology. Now, you might be wondering, how does this make the Greek gods in Rage Across Time the same, or can be scaled to the same as the mythology ones? Well, they very clearly just said that before they made this series, they read back up on all of the mythology on the Greek gods, read up on them, looked at their powers, their abilities, what they were capable of doing, and then did the same thing for the ones in the Rage Across Time series. So if you want to use this, you could scale Godzilla to the Greek gods that would scale the same as the ones from the mythology. And if you don't know, the ones from the mythology would get at least low multiversal. I'm not going to throw up any scans because there's just so many different scans that I would have to put up on screen for each different god, going over the cosmology and everything. I don't really have that kind of time, but if you want, you could just go to Versus Battle Wiki, search up the ancient Greece mythology cosmology thread and all the different gods, find some respect threads on them, and that stuff could get you some good scans. Is this really consistent? Well, I would say yes, because for those of you who don't know, Rat has a true form, And it's stated that after Zeus killed Godzilla, Godzilla came back because he's a god that goes beyond anything physical or spiritual in existence. This will grant at least 4D bare minimum, but you could possibly even get this up to 5D, since he should scale above the IDW Godzilla cosmology, which is Multiversal Plus, since they're all, in the same cosmology. So 4 to 5D is fairly consistent, since they can scale to the mythology Greek gods, which should grant at least low multiversal, so I don't really see why any of this is wrong. In terms of his non-true form, just the base form that we see in the comics, there's not a whole lot of stuff he has for speed. Literally the only thing he has is that he could react and blow up meteors that were as fast as Kaiser or travel speed, which is so relativistic. Of course, for his true form, he would probably be at least immeasurable speed for being above things like time. And hacks wise, he's literally featless. He has like almost nothing. The only thing you could really get is that he has immortality 8 to 9, since Godzilla will always come back as long as energy exists, and since he exists in the plane beyond anything physical or spiritual, that would get him Type 9. But that's really all Godzilla in the Rage Across Time series has. There's not a whole lot of stuff he has, but it's not like he's a fodder. It kind of is when it comes to hacks. But with that being said, this video was a little bit short, but the next video you guys will probably enjoy very much. It does involve Heisei and someone in the Dragon Ball series. But with that being said, I'm glad to be back, and I will see you guys in the next video.